Sherry, back on our channel. This is the type of video that we've never actually ever done before.
True.
But in light of recent events, as I'm sure most of the world has heard, we wanted to react to the Harry and Meghan
And Oprah. Don't forget her.
interview together. And we think that it's important that as an interracial couple who happens to deal with a lot of similarities of, I guess, what we're about to find out in this interview that these royals have dealt with, it's relatable to us, and we want to kind of respond in our own opinion.
See how relatable it is.
Exactly.
They are royals after all.
They are royals, and so are we. Just kidding. No, I'm very glad to not be royalty, but
Very glad.
Ian is a pastor's kid, and I did marry into a
Royal pastor's kid.
oh my
family.
gosh. A pastor's family. And so there are some responsibilities that come with that, and things that I didn't really understand or know about until I was married. So I feel like I can relate with Meghan to a certain extent. But then, you know, it's also been interesting to see in the media just the backlash that they're receiving for coming out and sharing, you know, like being vulnerable and being open in this interview with Oprah, which I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. I feel like it would, to a lot of people, make it seem as if you are wrong for sharing how your experience has been, good or bad. But in this case, I guess we're about to find out.
We'll see what happens.
So yeah, I don't want to make this interview a super dramatic one or just to pin or point the finger at anyone at all. It's more just us, Ian and Sherry.
Down with the monarchy, down with the queen.
No, we can't say that. We live in Canada. The queen is our queen. I'm gonna stop talking. All right, honey? Ready to spill some royal tea? Pinky's out.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Indubitably.
Do sit down.
Do sit down.
Did you make Kate cry?
No. I would have never wanted that to come out about her. Ever, even though it had happened.
That's so
This
funny.
is crazy. First thing we're gonna be reacting to is the famous Kate Middleton crying, or being made to cry by Meghan
Right.
because of
Flower girl dresses. Supposedly.
supposedly. We haven't watched enough into this yet to kind of like hear what the story's about. But initially, as soon as Oprah brings it up, I look to Ian.
Just like,
What are your thoughts?
my thoughts are, if you can make someone cry about flower girl dresses, you have a lot of control over them.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty intense. My other thoughts are, you should not be crying about flower girl dresses, especially if you're not even the bride.
Right.
The point of it is getting married, not having flower girls be in specific dresses. At least for the guys.
Personally, for me, when I hear something like this is in the tabloids, this is in the news, Meghan Markle makes whatever her name is, Kate Middleton, cry because of flower girl dresses for her wedding. Why is that in the news?
It's like
why are
literally
we
the
reporting
dumbest.
on that?
Yeah, so true.
And then also, like, that's family business. Like, I don't want to be a part of it. Even if I were like close to them, like I'd be like, hey guys, maybe you should just like deal with this behind closed doors. Be adults about the situation. Oh, also, it's Meghan's wedding. Why is Kate crying? I don't know.
But we don't know, because I guess it might have been the reverse, right, or something?
Exactly.
So we'll find out.
Let's watch. Let's keep watching. Let's find out what's going on.
I think that's when everything changed, really.
So the fact that after the wedding, 6 to 7 months later, the tabloids and the news and all these magazines and stuff are saying that the exact opposite happened of what actually happened, I guess.
Yeah. So Meghan actually said that it was the opposite. Kate made her cry.
But they're like painting her as the bad
Yeah.
girl in the new family, in the new royal family or whatever. I mean, what do we expect? Really?
To be frank, using English language.
To be frank.
I've watched a whole bunch of like British TV, British shows and stuff like that. It's a part of their culture that they're very prideful as a Brit, like
Proper.
and proper and not super emotional. And if you watch anything like, for example, Downton Abbey, Lady Grantham, Lord Grantham's wife, is American, and she's treated as such sometimes. Not in all the interactions, but in some of them. I don't know, makes me wonder, like, is it the British agenda to beat and batter and break down an American infiltrator the royal house?
Well, do you, like, I mean, I think everyone thinks that they're the best. I think Americans think they're the best, British think they're the best, Canadians, take pride in being super nice and kind, and
We do.
we think that we're better than other people who are jerks because of that.
Because we are.
So I think everyone just thinks that they're the best.
Yeah.
And that's just how the world is.
And people around you knew that that wasn't true.
Everyone in the institution knew it wasn't
So
true.
why didn't somebody just say that?
It's a good question.
Cause drama.
We just got to the part where Oprah is asking Meghan about if everyone knew that the story was false.
Why didn't someone say so?
Meghan's answer is,
I don't know.
exactly.
Let me tell you, Meghan. Because the world wants drama.
Totally.
There is a conversation. Hold up.
There's
Not
several
right now.
There's several conversations
There's a conversation with you
with Harry.
about how dark your baby is going to be.
Babe, how dark is our baby gonna be?
As dark as the night. Ian's gone to take a break to go get a snack. Up to this point, what we've heard is a lot of Meghan just sharing her feelings and some of how she's experienced living it with the royal family and being a part of the institution and the firm. And now we're getting into some like heavy stuff. She's about to kind of speak more on what Meghan just goes ahead to say before this next ad here. There was concern around how dark their child's skin would be. So we're about to get into that. I just wanted to stop and just take a moment and like reflect. We're a little bit more into the video. Oprah is obviously astounded and like shocked, and it's crazy because you're watching Meghan grieve the thought that her baby, innocent child, is being brought into the world, which by the way, she was told by her family members that he would not be protected or given a title.
Right.
Even though he is the great-grandson of the queen. So this is all very like sobering and like really sickening to be listening to. It is crazy.
Well, you can see like she's being so careful on what to say and what not to say, because she's like probably doesn't want to get murdered by the institution for like speaking out against anyone in the royal family or anything like that. Like she's very much like, she's only giving like probably 5% of what she could or should say. You can see her like thinking through what not to say in order to like say a small bit but not give too much away. It's interesting to watch her facial expressions.
While Oprah is unloading and unpacking this discovery with her, Meghan isn't, first of all, she isn't responding to some of what Oprah is asking.
Of course.
And then you can see her racking her brain for what kind of an answer do I give here. All while doing it super like calm and collected, so it looks like she's in control, but internally you can tell that she's dealing with some like,
oh yeah, for sure.
like how do I divulge in this information? What should I say? What shouldn't I say? Even though they're outside of the royal family now, she still can't talk about.
Of course, you're never like totally outside of their control or reach, right?
Which is insane. I mean, it is a life she chose. She did choose to marry the prince. But she doesn't live there anymore. And even though she is a mother to a child of the royal family, she's still treated like she isn't, but then has to live under the strict rules and
like
guidelines like she is.
Not to find out whether or not
they're having
a boy or a girl.
Meghan and Harry.
Oh my gosh.
Let's find out.
Not good for it.
No.
To go. Amazing. To have any child, any one or any two would have been amazing, but to have a boy and then a girl, I mean, what more can you ask for?
So I guess now's the perfect chance for you to
Find out that we're still not pregnant.
Actually, this is a question we've gotten a lot. It's about, you know, if we're planning on having kids. When we're planning on having kids? Yes, we're gonna have kids. Of course we're gonna have kids. I mean, think about our babies.
We're gonna have the cutest
our
kids.
Babies.
Look at these kids. We still are kids.
That's the other thing.
We are babies.
We've lived a fraction of our adult lives. We can have babies whenever we want.
We can have babies when we're 86 artificially through stem cell generation and tubes. So
No,
we got lots of time.
I'm sorry, I'm not having any children at 86. You can find
No,
some other.
you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to carry it. We would just grow it in our home, in our.
No, thank you.
That's what it's gonna be like when we're 86. We could make one that's like super dark skin with blonde hair. Make another one that's like super light skin with like super dark curly hair. We can do whatever we want.
Well, just I'm gonna let God be in control of what our babies look like. Okay, so I don't even know why we got on the tangent about our kids. Babies.
They're having a girl.
They've already had a boy named Archie.
I don't even know what Archie looks like.
Oh, let's look at a
I've
picture
never
of
even
Archie.
seen. I've never even seen Archie.
What are their last names? Aww. Cute little boy. Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor.
Windsor. Mountbatten.
Mountbatten. So
Crazy.
this is something we haven't commented on yet. Like, this is something that we've already worked through in this interview. His description, right underneath his name, his full name, is the Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex's son.
How do you say that?
The Duke of Sussex's
son.
Even on Google.
It doesn't say Prince Archie.
He's not
It
a
just
prince.
says. But I don't think he's a prince until Prince Harry's dad or whatever becomes the king when the grandmother dies. Then he now actually becomes a prince.
Right.
Because right now he's not in like line for the throne.
Okay, we're gonna continue watching this interview. We are about
We've got our family. We've got,
Halfway,
four-
just over.
just a bit over.
This is a long interview.
We're now at the part of the interview where Harry has joined with Meghan and Oprah. And Oprah's asking some questions based on, you know, why did they make the move to Canada when they did? And then out of Canada into the United States.
Days before COVID.
And
Suspicions. I think not.
none of it's baiting, I don't think. But Oprah asks Harry to go into some of what she wants Harry to kind of expand on what it
Why
was
they
like.
left.
Yeah, and why they left. Harry shares a little bit about
Lack of support and
lack of understanding.
Lack of understanding.
But based on one issue here, and the issue is with Meghan being his wife, and the way that the media played up so many
all
horrible...
these stories about it was her fault that they were like leaving and they wanted to step down from senior members of the royal family to what, junior members. I don't know what the second term is that they said, but
Yeah, so I think a lot of this surrounds the issue of race. Like the fact that Meghan is outside of the royal family, as not someone who's an insider of this royal family, but then also as someone who is mixed race. And Harry comments on that as well. He didn't know and wasn't made aware about the complications that they'd be having as a couple until
they got married. And then he was like, it's pretty easy to see, like looking at the UK press and all this kind of stuff, like all the things that they were saying.
There was so much more that we couldn't fit into this special. Join me tomorrow as I
Of
share...
course.
And that concludes our interview with Meghan and Harry and Oprah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I like how they wrapped it up with more of like the positive stuff and like the things that they're enjoying in their life now. Aside from all the drama that happened with the family and with the institution, that was a pretty interesting differentiation too. Is how they basically depicted the family as being kind of held captive by the institution or the firm that controls what they can and can't do in order to allow them to still function as the royal family. And
Yeah.
it was pretty interesting.
And I agree with Meghan when she said, you know, that Harry ultimately made the call and to save the welfare of his family, the future of his children, and the welfare of his wife, like to be cut off from the royal family and
all titles and everything stripped.
Yeah.
No more money every month from the family. Like,
yeah, to make that move, what a crazy thing to do, but like something that in the end will become a testament to just how resilient they have been, which is cool. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already to our channel where we post videos every other week. And then we also would love it if you could also give this video a thumbs up.
Or a thumbs down.
But we'd like to give it a thumbs up. That helps with our algorithm and helps more people to see our videos. Hit the bell icon so you get notifications every time that we do post a video. And because we post a little infrequently, we're not posting like every day, we post every other week. It's important that you're getting the notification.
Mm-hmm.
We also want to say thank you to everyone who's inputted their requests for videos and the types of videos that we should be doing. This was a one-off. We just thought, you know, like this is something that's been happening in our world and why not comment on it and react
Totally.
together. We will be seeing more of the videos that you guys want to see on our channel. So that includes
Q&As, videos with food, and things like that.
yeah, give Ian a thumbs up just for creating this space for us to sit down and film, because he did all of this.
Handyman.
Handyman. Again, thanks for watching, guys. We love you. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.